Hi everyone, my name is Emma from the Working Holiday Club. I'm here to run you through our Canada Powder program and all the info you need to know. In the next few minutes, I'm going to run you through the program, the inclusions, requirements, and how the application process works. So to begin, what we specialise in is guaranteeing jobs in ski resorts. We're partnered with 10 of the biggest ski resorts across Canada, and with the program you receive a job contract before you go, before you even quit your job here in Australia or New Zealand, before you book a flight or do anything. Now the way that we're actually able to do that is we fly all the HR managers from these resorts in Canada over to Australia and New Zealand to interview everyone face to face in your closest capital city in June. Now Skype interviews are a possibility if you're not in the country in June and if you can't make it to one of these locations. Either way, by having your interview in June, it means that your entire working holiday is secured by July, 4 months before you even go. Now the program itself runs for 6 months from the start of November through to the end of April. And included, you get all your main things. So the biggest one being your job contract. You've got guaranteed full-time work for that whole 6 months of the season. We have over 100 different job roles across our resorts. You're looking at lift operators, rental technicians, bartenders, guest services, ticket sales. If you can think of it, we've got it. Now, without a doubt, the biggest benefit of this program is you get a free season ski pass. So a ski pass alone can cost over $2,000. So it is without a doubt the biggest benefit of the program and what the Working Holiday Club can offer. In terms of housing, majority of the resorts do provide staff housing. The resorts that don't is generally because they don't have housing up on the mountain at all, and it's easy enough for staff members to secure accommodation close by. We also give you a bit of assistance in how to go with securing housing. Either way, you're living with other staff members, you're walking to work, your bars, restaurants, everything's central, and you're only paying roughly $100 Canadian on average. Now, in relation to wages, every job role at every resort, on average you're looking at around $11 an hour Canadian, which may not sound like a hell of a lot, but this is about the experience and you are making enough to cover your expenses. You do, however, need to take your savings with you. This is for any of the extra things you want to do and to get you through the season. Let's talk visas. We also walk you through your visa process. Australian and New Zealand passport holders are eligible for the 2-year open work permit. This is completely processed online. There's no booking appointments at consulates or posting a passport off or anything like that. As soon as you jump on board the program, we email you the step-by-step visa guide we've created. This literally has a picture and a screenshot of every single step throughout the whole visa process, so you know exactly how to jump on their website, go through the program and get it approved. Once we know what date you'd be starting work, we book your first night's accommodation in our partnered hostel in Vancouver. So this is where you will head as soon as you arrive into Canada. Now we'll actually be there ourselves as well. We have our own office upstairs in the hostel and we run orientations daily, and this is where we help you set up your bank account, tax file number, SIM card, phone, all those sort of things to get out of the way. In the bar downstairs, we also host massive meet and greet parties. This is the fun part. This is where you can hang out over a few beers and some food and meet your new neighbours, co-workers, roomies, whatnot. And then from there, so either by yourself or as a group, we jump on a bus, head out to the resort, you check into your accommodation, you'd head to your orientation and induction for your work, and then we leave it to you to enjoy the season. So that's your program and the inclusions. Now, with applying, if you want to jump on board, the first step is to pay an initial deposit of $399 or $299 if you're in New Zealand. Once that's paid, we'd email you the online application forms. This is where you'll get to jump on and you'll put in your resort preferences of where you'd like to go, your job preferences, a bit about your own work experience, skills, personality, all that sort of stuff. Once you submit that, our lovely recruitment manager Julia is going to email you from Canada where she's based and set up a time to have a quick pre-screening Skype interview. Now this is really where you will get to chat with each other and work out together which location you want to apply for. So she's going to run through a whole bunch of options of which job role she thinks will work best for you out of your resort preferences. Once you decide, what we'll do is lock you in with that one-on-one, either face-to-face or Skype interview with the HR manager from that resort in June. And we get you ready for that. So we'll get you to email through a few documents, which is just your resume, 2 written references and a photo. So we'll have all that together and ready. And it means that all the resort really wants to do when they meet you is just get to see a bit more of your personality. So pretty basic stuff. With these interviews, what we really want to mention is they're not job fairs. So for instance, say a resort needs 180 staff members. It's not like there'll be 300 people who will turn up to interview and you're all trying to compete to get a spot. If we've got 180 positions, we only take 180 applicants. That means for you that you're not competing with anyone else, but it also means that all of our resorts will be filled by the interviews in June. So it's first in, best dressed. So the earlier that you get on board, the more options you have to choose between and the higher chance you have of getting the resort that you prefer. Once you go through that interview, a few weeks later in July is then when you'll have that signed contract in your hand. That's going to tell you your start date, end date, how much you're getting paid an hour, your role, all those sort of things. And that's your guaranteed job. So you can then go ahead and book in your flights, book in your insurance, and you're off on your Canadian adventure. So that's the ins and outs of the program. From here, myself or one of our specialists will contact you and answer any further questions you have and let you know how to proceed from here. In the meantime, feel free to contact us, and thank you very much for your time. We look forward to talking to you soon.